Incoming transmission. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Star Bazaar and to another Battlefront 2 news update. We finally got the community transmission going over the April game update, now officially confirmed to be called Giants Above Kashyyyk. Let's check it out. So this month's update primarily focuses on bug fixes with some minor content drops, but one of those drops was a huge surprise, and original trilogy fans are about to lose their minds. With this update, the team are adding Leia's iconic A New Hope appearance to Battlefront 2, Princess of Alderaan. This appearance will be visible from the collection screen once the update goes live. That is so dope! It says here, this isn't just a regular appearance drop though. To unlock this iconic look, players must take part in an in-game event by capturing command posts in Capital Supremacy. The May the 4th special event will begin on May 1st and run until May 6th, with more details available on the event in just a few days' time. So it sounds like even though the Princess of Alderaan appearance will be visible on the collection screen, we will not be able to unlock it until the event actually begins. That's fine by me, honestly. I'm just glad this appearance is finally in the game. Now hopefully this paves the way for A New Hope Luke too. Moving on to the namesake of the update, Capital Supremacy is expanding to Kashyyyk, officially. The Clone Wars will be fought on the Chokehold beach in an all-new way. Now, this map is not the same as before. While it is based on the Kashyyyk map from Galactic Assault, some changes have been made for it to function better in Capital Supremacy. So, the new mode now officially has two maps in the rotation, Geonosis and Kashyyyk. Next, good news for fans of Yoda and Darth Maul. After much discussion and tweaking, as well as a healthy amount of player feedback, the team have added blocking for both Yoda and Darth Maul. Yoda still has the ability to absorb blaster bolts and lightning, but he'll use his saber to defend against other lightsaber attacks. And Darth Maul will use his lightsaber to defend against both. A huge upgrade for Maul, I think. He's definitely been needing a block, especially since Anakin came into the game, so hopefully he'll be a much more viable villain after this update. So, as I mentioned before, this month's update has a very large focus on bug fixes and balancing tweaks. This time, though, the team did something a little bit different. In the patch notes, we'll find that some of the release notes have a tag beside them that says Community Request. These are changes, updates, or fixes that are all based directly on player feedback that was brought to the team's attention. They felt it was important that we knew that we had a hand in how this game is being developed and fixed, so that's really cool that they're including this in the patch notes. So just to recap the new content real quick before moving on to the patch notes themselves, we're getting the Chokehold beach in Capital Supremacy, and we are getting the new appearance for Leia Organa, which will be rewarded through the upcoming event. As a quality of life improvement, we are also getting Capital Supremacy as a permanent tile in the main menu. So now, let's go over the notes themselves, and this is going to be a doozy. This is pretty long. Starting with some general hero changes, the ability to block has been added for both Darth Maul and Yoda. An issue has been fixed where holding the block button while out of stamina would prevent the stamina bar from being replenished, and Yoda and Darth Vader can now jump as high as other Force users. Heroes with longer lasting abilities will now not be interrupted by opponents using Force powers. This specifically applies to General Grievous and his unrelenting advance, Darth Vader's Force choke, and Darth Maul's Chokehold. There's been an issue fixed where a hero's animation during blocking would not show properly when blocking attacks from another character, so hopefully that means there will be some better lightsaber blocking animations. There's been an issue fixed with the description texts for Darth Vader's Focused Rage and Rey's Insight abilities that were not accurately describing the stamina reduction when using the abilities. Fixed an issue where Darth Vader's and Darth Maul's lightsabers would get stuck spinning when thrown against an enemy turret. Fixed an issue where the button prompt to perform the final move for Obi-Wan's defensive rush and Chewbacca's charge slam would not show up on screen, and fixed an issue that would prevent multiple lightsaber hero abilities from inflicting damage to the officer's turret. This applies to Luke's rush, Darth Maul's spin attack, and Yoda's dash attack. Moving on to specific hero changes, starting with Anakin Skywalker, and this is the one that everyone was waiting for, I think. There has been a reduction to Anakin's pole dominance base range from 20 to 18 meters. Not bad, I think. Anakin's retribution range has been reduced from 20 to 15. Was it really 20? It felt more like 40, honestly. Removed the push effect from Anakin's passionate strike, so that's good, it will no longer knock you down. Fixed an issue where Anakin's retribution ability could be re-triggered too quickly, leading to unwanted canceling. Fixed an issue where Anakin's lightsaber would occasionally turn off during Passionate Strike. Didn't know that was a thing. And Anakin's deflection stamina has been reduced from 14 to 10 melee attacks. So that's specifically melee, not blaster. Fixed an issue that could cause Anakin Skywalker to get stuck during the Heroic Might ability animation due to a bad connection with the server. That's good to hear. If you've ever gotten stuck as Anakin using Heroic Might, I guess that's why. Fix an issue where Anakin would not blink when performing an emote. That's weird. Fix an issue where Anakin's eyelashes would stretch when performing the Grumpy Master emote. So just some visual changes with his eyes there. Moving on to Darth Maul. Fixed an issue that would show the wrong area of effect when performing Darth Maul's Chokehold ability. So, I guess good to know that's fixed. That's the only one for Maul. Obi-Wan Kenobi, and both of these are community requests. Adjusted Obi-Wan's primary attack sequence animation so that it feels better, good. And brought back Obi-Wan's old mid-air attack animation with an adjustment to make it faster. Moving on to Chewbacca, he got an issue fixed where his Charge Slam ability would deal damage to a lightsaber opponent who was blocking. So I guess if an enemy villain is blocking, they will no longer take damage from Charge Slam. Charge Slam's damage has also been increased from 150 to 200 against troopers, so that can now one-shot heavies, that's good. He's had an increased push force of the Charge Slam on troopers from 3 meters to 10, so it'll send them flying a lot further now. And Charge Slam has had an increased radius from 6 meters to 8, so it should be able to more reliably hit and get Chewie some health back if you're running that health on kill card. Darth Vader has had an increase to his attack stamina by 2 lightsaber strikes, so now he can swing a total of 10 times instead of 8. This should make him a lot more viable as a hero and in lightsaber duels too. His son, Luke Skywalker, has an issue fixed that would prevent his Deflection Mastery Star card from working as intended, so that should now work like normal. Captain Phasma has had an issue fixed where her staff strikes would remain active and deal damage to a target when being interrupted. So that was when she was just running into people and hitting them with quote-unquote staff strikes. That's been fixed, fortunately. She's also had an issue fixed where her staff strikes would not deal a stagger animation when hitting an enemy. Both good fixes. Count Dooku has had an issue fixed where his lightning stun ability would not always deliver the knockback effect. That's very important now, so good to know that that's fixed. And there's been an updated text description for Count Dooku's Dominant Star card to more accurately describe the damage values expected at every rarity level. Rey has one small fix, which was actually a community request. Her facial expression has been adjusted on the main menu for better accuracy. Good to know. Han Solo has an issue fixed where he could still detonate his detonite charge while being immobilized, and he's also had an issue fixed where shoulder charge would deal damage to a lightsaber enemy who was blocking. That was actually pretty beneficial for Han when he was going up against a lightsaber villain, so I'm actually curious to see how this will work for him. General Grievous has had an issue fixed where rocket missiles and the ARC Trooper's power blast shots would occasionally pass through Unrelenting Advance. I think a little bit more than just that passes through UA, so hopefully during the next fix they'll be able to get more. Yoda has had a reduction in health gained from Yoda's presence, from 200 to 100. This is to help make him not so overpowered in Galactic Assault, because his buffed troops are really tough to take down, so this is a good fix. Bosk has had a single issue fixed that would cause him to do a double animation upon re-triggering the Predator Instincts ability. So sounds like he was standing there and doing the animation twice, which leaves him wide open, so that's good that they fixed that. Next, there are a lot of game mode and map changes specifically to the Capital Supremacy ground phase. I won't take the time to go through all of them here since a lot of them are just little details, but I will have the patch notes linked below if you want to see all of these for yourself. So we're going to move on to probably the most exciting thing in this update for arcade players, and that is changes to the arcade AI. We're just going to go down this list real fast. The enemy AI will now move faster by prioritizing running or sprinting when in certain distances from the target. They've also increased the running and movement speed of the AI when they're strafing and running backwards. Replaced sidestepping animations with more active systemic movement. Updated attack sequences. AI will actively maintain preferred distance and try not to run past their target. Tweaked preferred distances from the target. Arcade AI will now fall back when taking fire. Tweaked arcade difficulty settings. Tweaked arcade AI targeting. Decreased fire delays. Fixed an issue where arcade AI would occasionally run over stationary shields, with additional arcade AI tweaks. Probably the most important fix of all, fixed an issue where the arcade AI would miss Yoda by shooting at him above his head. So if you're playing as Yoda, no more invincibility. For real though, this is a great update for offline play. I'm really excited to try these changes out. We've also got some vehicle, infantry, and infiltrator reinforcement changes in this update, which I won't take the time to go over here because we've already hit the 10-minute mark and I don't want to drag this video out too much longer. Again, I will have the patch notes linked below. There's only some miscellaneous and general changes after that. Feel free to check them out for yourself, but that is it for our April update. Drop a comment and let me know what your favorite part about this update is. I gotta say, that surprise skin drop for Leia's A New Hope appearance had me so hyped. If you guys like the coverage, be sure to hit that thumbs up button and consider subscribing if you're new. I appreciate you all stopping by the bazaar. This has been your boy, Turkish Delight, and I'll see you all out on the battlefront. Peace.